This is Greg again, and I'm back in Iowa. As you couldn't tell by the the fall foliage, well, it's not. It's still pretty green, but you can see some of the leaves are changing on the trees, so it's kind of getting purdy here. Purdy. Anyway, I'm gonna make two videos today. First one's going to be about my general overall experience going to Bogota, and then the second one is going to be about my Nokia phone that I use for Skype while I'm down there. I figured I'd throw that in a separate category. Anyway, a little bit tired. Got back from Bogota yesterday. Still feeling a bit overwhelmed, I guess. From the trip back. It was a long, I think I tugged off for the airport at 5 in the morning and didn't get back in Des Moines until like midnight. So pretty much just spent yesterday just chilling, unpacked a little bit, doing laundry. Anyway, enough of that. My overall experience in Bogota. I felt the city of Bogota was one. It was great getting down there. Even though I don't know Spanish to save my life, I spent most of the time going every now and then I could utter a word like empanada, and found out pop is gaseosa or gaseoso, so I was able to order pop. But overall the experience in the city was great. The people there are real friendly. There were a few people that you just felt like, oh, this guy's running a scam on me. But I imagine it's the same in any big city. I mean, Des Moines not that big, but even there's places in Des Moines that you'll get scammed. So one of the places I went to a lot was this, like, little internet cafe, or it was like a print shop. They had all these copiers and that running, and then the computers upstairs where you just hand them a thumb drive and they print up what you point at, or if you're able to run the computer. It depends on how quickly they want you out of there. So a lot of times I would just hand the thumb drive and point at the things I wanted printed, and it was real reasonable. I think each page that they printed was something like 3 or 4 cents. So I decided to do that rather than print stuff up at the school, which I'll get to in a minute. But anyway, if any of the people at that print shop place watch the video, thank you. Made the whole course a hell of a lot easier. And then there's like this other little shop, a panderia. I think it was a panderia. Panderia is like a place that does bread. They're everywhere, all over the place. And they make these like fresh baked rolls and stuff. So and what I did was I got tired of buying Coca-Cola because it's real expensive there. So I ended up getting like this generic form of cola. It's like Big Cola is what it's called, and it comes in like a ton of varieties. Like there's regular cola, and then there's Big Cola Manzana, which is apple. Big Cola Festiva, which I think is like tangerine or some kind of tropical fruit flavors. Then there's Big Cola Orange. It's orange is what it is. So it's. But anyway, I would always go in. I'd say Big Cola, and they knew me as like the Big Cola guy, and they'd always just like reach in there and just grab one that they didn't think I had yet. So I had all these like crazy flavors of Big Cola, which was great. Oh, and Bogota does not, for whatever reason, I couldn't find no-dos because I was staying up late. 4 in the morning sometimes working on these lessons. They don't sell caffeine alone. I couldn't find caffeine to save my life, so I went to a drugstore and I was like, caffeine? Caffeina? And he's like, no caffeina solo. Or you have to buy it. Like, he gave me some migraine medication stuff. I'm like, well, that'll work. I mean, probably a little bit dangerous, but what the hell. Anyway, the city, the temperature down there, as I've said before, is like 50s to 60s the entire time. All my classmates were complaining that it's cold. I'm like, this is perfect. I mean, it was absolutely wonderful. It did rain quite a bit, but a lot of times if it rained in the morning, it would clear up by the afternoon, and it might even be sunny out. The last week we were down there, it was like sunny almost every day. At the end of this blog, I'm going to have pictures from Monserrata. It's a church that's up on the hill. It's had something to do with Spain. I think there was like a relic or something that was brought to the church, or maybe it was a replica of a church in Spain. But anyway, it's beautiful. The footage I got from that is beautiful. I'll be uploading that onto Flickr later, because right now I've used up almost all my storage for the month on Flickr. So I'll probably wait until I have more storage available to throw those pictures out there, because I don't want to compress them. The footage is absolutely beautiful, and if you're able to expand it on your computer, there's a lot of detail, because I mean, literally, I'm on a mountain that's overlooking all of Bogota. I mean, it's gorgeous footage. I also have a video I'm going to throw at the end of this of me chasing pigeons, which was one of the highlights of the trip. It was pretty awesome. I got it in slow-mo, so I chased the pigeons at the camera, so that was pretty exciting. Anyway, that's enough about Bogota. Let's talk about the course itself.